Live, I believe. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How's it going, Chris?
Not too bad. Just kind of relaxing before, like I said, having to go to work. Back to work, I guess tomorrow. Tomorrow night, relaxing on the fourth. What you getting into today for the holiday? I don't know how many viewers we'll have today or not, because being the fourth, being the morning, so not sure.
Well, there's no way of telling. Actually, you should do it. I think if you're doing what you enjoy, hang the viewers. I, I,
Yeah.
think, I think if you're putting it, if you're doing what you enjoy, it comes through, and I think people will just eventually pick up on that.
Oh yeah. Definitely. But what's your plans for today, though, for the fourth?
Well, I'm definitely here in about an hour. I'm going to jump in the pool for a little bit. Later in the day, I'm going to go have a little quick tailgate on the one of the local Indian casinos. Sorry, Native American casinos, and then watch fireworks with the family.
Nice, nice. We got fireworks here by the beach, so I may end up walking over to the beach. I'm like within walking distance to the beach, so I can go down there and down that way, probably catch some.
Yeah, and
So,
as usual, we'll just probably go and take the little tour and just talk to the people doing the fireworks display. You know, the professionals they bring in, and they'll just do a little dog and pony show. And this is how we set up, and this is how we operate. It's kind of nice, it's kind of educational.
yeah, nice. No news on the Black Bay yet.
Nope. Still enjoying the North Flag.
Nice, nice. It looks like a pretty cool little watch. Black and yellow, right?
Yep, exactly. Highly, highly legible, and also, and I cannot state this emphatically enough, no snowflake hands.
I hear you.
Hooter
The G-Shock today.
What?
I'm wearing a G-Shock today, the old metal, because I can go out and probably have a few adult beverages with a couple buddies and hang out by the pool, probably. So something I don't have to worry about getting beat up. You know what I mean?
Sadly, I will not.
What's going on, Jorge? Happy Fourth, buddy.
Also, the yeah, the looking. The more I'm looking at the Black Bay 58 navy blue, the more I'm liking it.
That's the same with me. It's almost the perfect size watch. 39 millimeter. It's 20 millimeter lugs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're not really much of a NATO guy, though, are you?
Well, you know, they've kept us free from they kept Europe free from communism for 50 years. So I guess they serve an important purpose.
you know which NATO I meant, the straps.
Yeah.
Much of a NATO strap guy.
Now, they have our chief there for a while. He had his Brigade Type 20 in like a multicolored rainbow one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they call that one?
Mm-hmm.
The Gato.
I have seen those ones. The real colorful ones. I've seen those around. But I don't remember him having a Brigade. That must have been a while back.
Yeah, a little bit. He had a Type 20, and then he came on a bracelet, and he got it from E Ladyboy in Japan. So he figured he'd get some links, and oh boy, those links were expensive.
I'm sure Brigade's not cheap.
Yep, and everyone felt sorry for him. Then he basically admitted later, a long time later on, he admitted, well, he pinched links himself. So that's actually, I feel that as an example of God's karmic justice.
I hear you. And Brigade's not really, resale value on Brigade's not really great, is it?
No, and it's almost like the family that bought Omega, the Swatch family. I can't think of the name of the family that bought them. It's almost like their passion project.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they love the watches, they love the brand, they love the history, they love everything about it. And so, as long as the stockholders will allow it, for them, Brigade's not primarily about turning a profit.
Are they French owned as well?
Are they what?
Are they French owned or from France? or is that Swiss or part of the Swiss French thing that they got going on there?
Well, I think it was originally a French brand, and then then the Swiss bought them out. Like a
Yeah,
lot of American, there's a lot of brands that were American, but then the Swiss
yeah.
conglomerates bought them out, like
Just
Hamilton
like
being.
Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton was a real big one. They were up in what was it, Lancaster, PA? Was it where they had a factory?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
And before long, Richmont's probably going to buy Hamilton the musical, buy the rights to that.
I don't think I've heard the musical.
You've never heard of the musical Hamilton?
mm. Which I'm not big into musicals and all that either, though. So
Yeah. Well, the Swiss will probably buy the rights to that one.
true. They like buying copyright on everything, don't they?
Yep. They love the intellectual property, and they love buying it, and they love defending it even more.
But the one thing I do like about the Brigade, though, is it's definitely a little bit more unique than a Speedy. I feel like you can tell the difference between it and a Speedy, like
Yeah.
out in the.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, if you've ever laid eyes on one in person, they are so much finer looking than even the pictures. They look in the pictures. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
in person they look an
just like
order.
Panerai. Like you see a Panerai on pictures, and you think that man, that thing looks huge, but in person, I feel like they look a lot better in person. I saw Panerai and actually Brigade at the Torno the first time in Philly a couple months ago, and they're like you said, there's definitely one you have to see in person. Both of them, I feel like just to be able to appreciate both brands.
Absolutely. And the thing is, well, I think a lot of times it's a human tendency to kind of make snap decisions. But I think it's best to keep at least somewhat of an open mind until you see it in person.
Yeah,
We should not prejudge brands or models. We
oh
do,
yeah.
we just shouldn't.
The watch crowd's a picky crowd too, though. We tend to be real picky when something comes out. Like we want something changed, and then once they do change it, then we're like, oh, we'll critique what they do change. You know?
See, I don't know. See, I think, well, I think
Not
in a
all
lot,
of us, but a majority of us.
well, keep in mind we're the lunatic fringe of the hobby anyway. But I
Mm-hmm.
think I think there's a lot of groupthink among the there's it's groupthink led by marketing, and that's uh,
Yeah, this is true.
yep.
Probably a lot of places like the Big Watch magazine or the Big Watch editorials, like what is it, like Revolution and all that, in Watch Advisor and everybody. They kind of probably push that too a lot, don't they?
Oh,
Because
they
they
did
kind of have like favoritism towards the brands because the brands kind of pay that's their bread and butter there.
that, and the fact though is if they're also selling them, or if they're also in collusion with some of the watch brands, they might have a vested
Hodegi.
interest in doing it. To me, it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
I mean, and one of the things, Hodinkee is trying to be everything to everyone, and it's just like, are you an enthusiast site? Are you basically just trying to report what's going on in the industry, or are you trying to sell watches? Are you trying to influence people to buy watches? And they're doing all three, and I don't think they're being terribly transparent about it, but everyone gives them a free pass.
Yeah. And they got watches on every level too. I mean, they've got what everything from Swatch all the way up to Omega,
Yep.
as far as their own models.
Well, like I said, I'm surprised Rolex hasn't signed on with them, but then again, Rolex probably expects them to do it for free.
Yeah.
Well, I also had a horological epiphany
What
this
was that?
morning. Okay. I don't like the Batgirl because I think it's too nice of a watch.
What makes it say that?
Well, okay. because of course, we know the GMT. The GMT is a sports watch. It's always had a sports watch mentality, sports watch ethic. The pre-ceramic, they weren't meant to be objects of finery. They were meant to serve a purpose. Maybe secondarily, project something, whatever, like a world traveler, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they keep climbing in price, and they keep doing more and more things to justify the price increases. But I think they've almost gotten to the point where they're more of a luxury item than utilitarian tool watch, and not just in price, but just not in function, but even just in build. One of the things also, and it's not just that, it's one of the things, like for the Blancpain, the 50 fathoms. I love the mil spec. Oh my God, I love the mil spec.
The one like I had, right, where I reviewed it. It's been about 6-7 months ago. I had that one in.
Yeah, it's like
the PBD version.
The what?
I think it was the PBD version I had in, wasn't it, a while back?
Yeah, and it's 40 millimeters, and it's well made. It's nicely made. But on the other hand, you almost can imagine it being issued as military surplus. You can see a frogman, jumping into the water with it, and then later on, that after a day of training or scuba diving or underwater demolition, going into the bar that night and then getting into a bar fight with it. The bigger ones, besides the fact they're so much bigger, they're just like the sunburst dials, for instance, on the regular 50 fathoms. I don't like them. I think they're too nice. I think they're going just a little bit beyond the sports watch aesthetic that I like.
Like the black one I had in a while back, the thing I like about it is it's such an under the radar watch. People don't know you're wearing like a $13,000-$14,000 watch unless you tell them that you're wearing a 13. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now,
doesn't rob me like the GMT Rolex does.
Mm-hmm.
They might think it's just like a nice, Citizen or $200 watch or whatever. They might think something like that.
Well, I think it's. I'm not the only person, because I know there's a lot of, like, for instance, for the Batman, the earlier version, and a lot of the other GMTs. That's the only thing people don't really like about the Batman. Besides the fact that they can't fucking get one.
Yeah.
Polished center links.
Yeah. Just like the Explorer, I see what you're saying. Just like, of course, I want Explorer 1. I want the 214270. I believe it is the reference number. Just like that. Like, of course, at first I'll be afraid to, I'll baby it just like I did when I got the Omega. But now I'm not afraid to get a scratch on the Omega. The Explorer is going to be the same way. Like, it's just kind of under the radar, and I'll beat it around and not have to worry about it too much. Whereas if I had a Batgirl or a Pepsi, I would probably baby it even more and probably not even wear it.
Well, and again, that's why I think more people are being drawn to the Explorer. Now, does the Explorer, and actually the Explorer 2 doesn't have polished center links either, does it?
No, both Polar or the Black Dial, neither one have it. Actually, I believe the Polar Explorer has the a steel bezel too, right? Not ceramic.
Yeah, they all do. Not ceramic. They're on the. They've been whispering or begging or praying that they'd be changing to a non-moving ceramic bezel, but so the Explorers and also the new Air King doesn't have polished interlinks, so I think they have more of an honest to goodness, more like backward-looking tool aesthetic than the modern ones do.
Mm-hmm.
And that even
what Rolex was meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even the LP39. That's why I think even the LP39 in like white and black, white or black, same thing. Now, what they're trying to do also with the polished center links is that they're trying to distinguish. They're trying to justify a higher price point.
Mm-hmm.
The Explorer 2 and the GMT more or less the same function, more or less the same movement. Well, type of movement, I put it that way. The GMT has the new updated one. The Explorer 2 doesn't. Mm-hmm. They're trying to justify a higher price point for those ones by making them fancier, making them shinier. And to me, that detracts from the overall purpose of the watch. Oh, I'm getting a call from the office. Can you hold on for 1 second?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put it on mute. Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. No worries. But yeah, sorry. What were we talking about? Talking about the Explorer 2, right?
Well, the Explorer 2, we're talking about polished center links. We're talking about, okay. Now, but why I especially don't like the Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same reason why I really love my Datejust.
Okay.
You see, I've got like a Datejust 41 with blue Romans. So it's got steel Jubilee, and it's got the fluted white gold bezel on it with blue Roman dial.
Yeah, but that's more of a dress type watch too, though.
Oh, yeah, it is. This is exactly my point. Now, if you've ever looked at one of those, if you just casually look down, you really can't tell much of a difference between the white gold fluted bezel and the 904L steel case, and especially that Jubilee bracelet. They look especially good for steel.
See, I wonder if they do that also because, of course, James Bond in the movies, he made it it used to be a faux pas to wear like a diver with a, dress suit, whatever, suit and tie event, whatever. But James Bond, I guess, kind of made that when he wore it in the movies, he kind of made that a thing now, I guess, because more people find it more acceptable. I wonder if they did that so that people would dress up with the Rolex too, the GMT or whatever else, whatever other one besides the Datejust.
Well, that's again, of course, keep in mind James Bond, especially originally in the movies, he was subversive. He was a badass.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of a little bit of a devil may care.
Yeah, this is true. And the original Rolex he had was actually one of the Tool Rolexes too. I mean, it was like a Tool Submariner. It's kind of like Explorer is now. It wasn't shiny or it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Right. But so the Jubilee, and I'm saying that the Rolex Steel Jubilee is great looking. I mean, it's what they've done with just steel is astounding. I mean, go take a look at one, and you literally, you have a hard time distinguishing between, your brain knows that the bezel is white gold, and your brain knows that the bracelet is steel. Your eyes, however, are having none of that.
Yeah.
And I think that works really well. That's why, in a lot of ways, that Datejust makes it unapologetically dressy, which is what a date just should really be in the first place. I think in a lot of ways that combination. I don't think you really need with those Steel Jubilee. I don't think you need. I don't think you need two-tone, frankly.
Yeah.
But I think that works against the Batgirl.
Two-tone is something that Rolex does really well too, though. I feel like I don't usually like two-tone, but I tried on a two-tone sub. But they actually, like I said, they do it well.
They do it well, but on the other hand, and then you go from two-tone, then you go to precious metal. But the precious metal is definitely the outlier. The icon is definitely the steel one. The steel one is what people think about. And of course, and the the two-tone is the one we all settle on because it's the only ones they have in the case.
Yeah.
Not saying it's not a bad watch.
If they even have those now.
That's true. That is true. But so what I'm saying is, and that's why I'm kind of looking at why I think a lot of people are getting excited about the Black Bay 58, despite those fucking snowflake hands, is simply the fact that it has more of an honest to goodness tool watch aesthetic to it.
True. It's not shiny, or it's not like over the top either.
Yep, exactly. Now, I'm probably pronouncing the name, but hello, Dong. How are you doing?
Yeah. But like you were talking about, like the more I see the Black Bay 58, the more I want one myself too.
Also, it's got the thinner lugs, like the pre-ceramics, and not to mention the fact that it's itself is pre-ceramic.
Like I said, if they did the Pepsi GMT, the Tudor Pepsi GMT in those dimensions, I feel like that would be a knockout too.
Yep. But it's not. It may not happen this year. It may not happen, or it may not happen until late this year. But I still think they're going to redo the Pepsi with a white dial.
With a white dial, you think?
With a white dial.
Now, you talk about the Tudor Pepsi, or you talk about the Rolex?
Tudor. I don't think Rolex is going to miss. Rolex is already has solely and thoroughly updated the entire GMT line. Done. Check mark. Box. We've got updated. We can just sell. We can just make them and sell them. I think it's time for them to update the sub. It's time for them to put in a new movement. So with a longer power reserve, more shock, Serichrome, improved shock resistance, and also just to tone down the maxi case a little bit. Or sorry, the super case a little bit.
Gotcha.
But you can get that right freaking now with the Black Bay 58.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly had thought about eventually getting a sub no date, even after I get the Explorer. I'm talking like way later down the road, but I may actually pick up a Black Bay 58 before I pick up one of the no date subs now.
Yep.
Just because they're like half the price, and I'll be able to get them too, you know?
Yeah, you might have to end up waiting it. Of course, even just like the original Black Bay 58, you might have to wait in line for a little bit, but eventually, yeah.
But I will be able to get one, though. It won't be like next to impossible to get one, probably.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, the more I look at one, the more I look at them, the more I kind of want one.
And there's a lot of hate on it because everyone is fixated on it.
Yeah, I let the hype die down a little bit.
Well, it depends. I mean, I think people might get tired of hearing about it and talking about it, but if no one else releases, I mean, I think itself, besides the hype, besides the fact that it's, I hate to say it, but it's like it's like the only girl on post.
No.
In the absence of any real competition in new releases, I think the Black Bay itself will shine.
Right. Definitely, like I said, it's real versatile. I feel like they did the blue just right too. It wasn't bright and it wasn't too dark either.
Yeah, but it's not quite. I think they darkened it up a little bit from the Pelagos. Now,
Yeah.
yeah, if it was like bright neon like the Pelagos, I don't think I'd be nearly as interested in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like they did the blue, just the right hue of blue.
Now, how would you feel if they came out with another one? It was just a black dial, the same thing except blue instead of black, without all the gilt.
I think I would dig the black one if they did just let it like an all black dial, like you said, no gilt. I think that would do. I feel like that would do pretty good. That would be another alternative to a sub.
Yep. However, they're not going to do a gilded one with a white dial.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think 2020, I think we've all had enough white gilt already.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know if they'll do a white dial or not on that.
No, I think it'll be released I think it'll be a release for the new GMT.
Do you think they'll do a Tudor sub, a newer version of it? You think they'll bring one of those out?
I kind of think that's what the Black Bay 58 is, frankly.
The new version of sub?
Yep. All it basically needs is Mercedes hands, and it's basically a sub.
True.
I think the Black Bay 58 is like Rolex's consolation prize to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually think at this price, well, I think Tudor has become historic. I mean, has become the new old Rolex.
Because it's one that almost anybody can get a hold of, and price wise, they're priced just right.
Yeah,
I feel like they're not too high, but they're not like too cheap either, to where they put them
well made, well constructed,
not Longines or any brands like that. But I mean, they're not down to like Longines level, whatever pricing or Oris.
Exactly.
They're not like mid tier. They're kind of like still upper level, like with Omega, like or Rolex.
They've already gone from, like I said, they're already going from ETAs to using their movements, which kind of moves them up a level in horology. Very, very solid, reliable, in-house, distinctive. I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you primarily getting a watch because you love the watch, or are you getting it because you love everyone's reaction to it? I think a lot of ways a Rolex is more like a nanny boo boo watch.
Yeah.
I got it. You don't suck it.
No.
I got this ice cream. I got this ice cream. You cannot have it. It's really hot outside. This ice cream helps. Too bad you don't have any.
That's what I like about the Explorer too, because like I said, it's not one that everybody wants, or a lot of people want them, but it's not one that's like it's under the radar.
I don't want to piss on your parade, but I like the Explorer itself as a watch, but I almost think the Explorer is on the verge of being ubiquitous. I think everyone's got it. I think it's almost again I've seen more and more people with Explorers.
You see, London Watch Collector just got one. I don't know if you watch him or not.
No, I haven't noticed that specifically. I'm subscribed to a handful of channels, and then the TV and then my YouTube app just basically just sticks recommendations up on there. Of course,
but he's got a really high end collection. He's got like all kind of. I think he's got like 2 or 3 different APs. He's got like 3 or 4 different Nautiluses, and he's got all kind of different Rolexes, Sea Dwellers, everything like that. You've probably seen him before, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Isn't he kind of anonymous as well?
Yeah, he doesn't show his face or anything.
Smart guy. Well, especially living in London.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't want. I guess he doesn't want a handful of hooligans kicking his door and helping themselves. So.
Hey, I'm actually getting a call from work. Let me mute myself. I'll be back on in a second.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Not only has he muted himself, he's jumped out of the live stream. Oh no, now he's back on.
Oh wait. Okay, now I'm back. They were trying to call, but I don't know.
Trying to call you in tonight, huh?
Say what?
They're trying to call you in tonight, huh?
Probably are. Which we don't have a truck or anything, so I don't know why they need me. But anyways, I'll leave a message. But anyways, we've been on here about half an hour or so. You want to call it a day then?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to call it a day, but I'm willing to end the live stream.
Well, I mean, on the live stream, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. I'll catch you later. Appreciate you coming on. Have a good, safe 4th, man.
Do the same, Chris. Good luck, and man, stay safe. Keep smart.
All right, you too. Take it easy.
Bye.